Yeah, hopefully, huh? A PvP, Metal Teeth, this is your specialty here. Daybreak, pretty good map for PvP, right?
I would have said that until yesterday morning when the GSL finals happened. Spoiler alert: they weren't good. Even as a
Yeah,
Protoss player, it's like, oh, it just makes me feel ashamed to be a Protoss player. But anyways, let's introduce the players here. Spawn here in the top right position of Daybreak. It is the green Protoss from Team Impulse, the lone Grandmaster in the tournament. It is Bales. And then spawning here in the bottom left position, it is our blue Protoss. I don't think he has a team. It is Blackstripes.
yeah, Blackstripes just one of those guys that said, hey, an open tournament, that means I have a shot. I'm going to go ahead and play in it. And certainly, and we encourage you guys to do that too. If you think you got a shot at taking a tournament and you're like, I don't know if I'm good enough, come sign up and find out. That's kind of what this whole thing's about. Blackstripes is certainly doing it, and you can certainly do it too. And here at the SPGL, the whole point is to make you the step from a competitive ladder to a pro. We want to be that leg up for people in the industry. And Blackstripes certainly take advantage of this opportunity. And it would look good if he took a game off of Impulse's Bales right now.
Yeah, and also, just because you said people can sign up, just want to make sure everyone knows that I believe it goes up tomorrow on Team Liquid. There'll be a thread because the second stage of the first season of the Semi-Pro Gaming League, which is a 32-man, or I should say 32-person, open tournament. It's an 8-round Swiss for each region will go up tomorrow. The Swiss regional will feed into, in month 3 of season 1, an up and down match where you will play the bottom players from this regional tournament for a chance to make the regional finals in season 2. So you can have a chance of getting into the $1,000 final tournament prize pool next season if you sign up for the open regionals tomorrow.
Absolutely. I encourage everybody to go do that. And, I can't pass up. You can't pass up the opportunity to win free money. And if you think you got a shot, go out there and do it. And both players mirroring each other exactly in this game.
Well,
this is how
pretty much
PvP.
in PvP, pretty much, unless you're going a very fast second gas, which is not very common unless you're doing some sort of really high aggression, we won't exactly know where they're going until these cyber cores finish. But we do see actually both players going for that double gas. Now, this is more telling of a not all in certain all ins. This means that they're not four-gating, they're not two soccer rushing.
Right.
We do
it will
see
be really funny.
both players. It looks like Blackstripes has cut pro production at 19, and Bales is still making probes while he is at 20 now. Oh, never mind, Blackstripes just started a pro, but both players skipping that first Zealot and getting the second gas means that we're not going to see the four-gate wars, thankfully. At least it might not until possibly a Siege four-gate warp prism is possible.
Yeah, I think that would be really funny if we saw that the robotics bay dropped over there behind the northern expansion like we did from Seed against MC. Spoiler alert, I guess. But Twilight Council going down there for Blackstripes, and there is the tech choice.
Yeah,
and we see the Robo out of Bales.
Alright, so the really big key here is if you want to think of PvP as a rock paper scissors matchup, which it isn't, but people sometimes think of it like it. The most common way of doing it is Robo beats Twilight, Twilight beats Stargate, Stargate beats Robo. That's the most common way of thinking about it, and we have a pro from Bales up here at the top left of the map.
Well, kind of hiding out there, kind of curious as to what he's going to throw down. Maybe just a pylon.
Well, he's taking minerals and he's going to put something back here. We have a DT play from Blackstripes, actually.
Yeah. I mean, the robotics facility is up for Bales, so the Observer, if he goes Observer first out of this, should be okay. But I'm not quite sure what we're going to see here.
He's getting a Robo, an Immortal first, but that isn't necessarily mean you definitely like Observers in PvP, or like Observers, period. But
yeah,
it looks like Blackstripes is not going all in with this. This is going to be a DT expand build. He wants to get those DTs out, take a bit of map control, and then transition to taking his natural. But actually, there is a proxy pylon here right outside of the fourth base of Bales, so these will be pretty fast DTs. But Bales has a pylon up here at the top left. Now it looks like he took the probe away, so this isn't for any hidden tech. This is just going to be a reinforcement pylon.
Yeah, and I mean it's a really far away reinforcement pylon. I almost wish he would have came up here to the third and dropped a pylon down. and then maybe even up here in the natural, because that probe went unscouted until it went up the ramp. So I feel like that pylon was not in a good spot.
So Bales is going one base Colossus.
Oh wow, there is the Beva that is being thrown down. So,
but the DTs are done now, and they're warping it now. There are 2 sentries here. If Bale sees these DTs coming, he does have a observer coming out, and this observer will get here right around the time the DTs get here.
Yeah, so I think actually Bales is going to be
actually, he's got this walled off perfectly that these DTs can't get through.
Yeah, and there is the observer right there sitting out, and I think Bales is going to be just fine.
I think he recognizes. He's following them. He knows they're there. He recognizes this.
Yeah, Blackstripes
does he
not
actually?
in a good position.
Where are the DTs?
Yeah, there's the force field. He knows they're there. Force field's going to slow them down. He's not even going to get to him. They're so fast, he's going to be just fine. Get out of there. Blackstripes is pylon.
And we have Bales. Oh my God! This isn't one base Colossus. This is a Warp Prism play. He's getting dramatic drive.
Yeah, there is the Warp Prism speed that is coming, and it's going to be an immortal drop. Yep.
The thing is, though,
he's
going to take this Warp Prism right over the DTs.
Yeah, the DTs are in perfect position to see this.
No, they're not going to see it. He's going to...
No.
Oh my God, he just flew right through... There's this one little area of space that is not seen by the pylon and not seen by the DTs, and he got that Warp Prism through it.
Yeah, and here it comes swinging around the bottom side of the map. In the meantime, there are just gateways going down inside the base of Blackstripe. Zell leg speed is on the way.
just finished expanding. Yeah, he's going. Looks like he's doing Charge to Archon now. That is faster than Colossi. So there's a window of time, about 2 minutes or so, when Charge to Archon is better than Colossi. We have the 2 mortals going down here.
Here's the drop. There it is. Boom. And the Warpman's not going to do a whole lot. Folks,
but very nice from Blackstripes instantly warping in a single Zell to just keep pushing it. But yeah. We got so many kills here, 3 kill immortal, 4 kill immortal, and he gets out with no damage, having killed 7 workers. And, he can take out some here at the natural, too.
Archon is there, going to shut this down, though, but the damage has been done. Worker supply count 27-20. And in any kind of mirror matchup, as most of you would know, that even the slightest worker advantage is so good in a mirror matchup because you don't want to waste any more supply on workers than you have to. That way you have a bigger army, and losing all those workers after they've already been built, the money's been spent on them, is harsh because the economy for Blackstripes is not going to be as strong.
And, the Warp Prism trying to come back, but a Stalker and Archon is there to stop it. You know, actually, he could almost drop those 2 Immortals and just kill off the Stalker and Archon.
Yeah, I don't know if I think the 2 Immortals could, but at the same time, the safe play is to go ahead and back up. And
Blackstripes has a DT that was trying to push back at this third area, but now... Taking out that proxy pylon, Blackstripe is heavy supply by 53 or 52, and he's having to make 3 pylons just to keep building things, and that's hurting his army supply, which we see Bales has pulled ahead 54-26 in worker supply.
Yeah, and look at Bales' supply count. I mean, 81-58 with 2 Colossus marching across the map. These do not have the extended thermal lance upgrade, but it's not even going to matter, I don't think.
Now, as I was saying before the Warp Prism drop, Charge of Archon has a window of 2 to 3 minutes where it is better than Colossi because Archons, you can get them out faster than Colossi due to the warping compared to this one at a time Warp Prism or Robo. But Colossi become better the later it goes, and 2 Colossi with this many Immortals along with it, and a Warp Prism for instant reinforcement, it's gonna be very hard for Blackstripes to hold this. Although
especially when you look at the army supply count, 64-42 in favor of Bales. Yeah, but those chargelets are going to melt to these 2 Colossus sitting here in the back, and looks like Bales is winning the day, 85-50. Colossus marching forward. Archon is getting him and doing some damage. To Blackstripe just goes ahead and GG's.
That was some brilliant play from Bales, actually.
Yeah, really nice play there. The Warp Prism did a lot more damage than it might have looked to the average viewer. I mean, all those workers that were killed, and it kind of just threw Bales, or kind of threw Blackstripes off a little bit, and then the Colossus, the real army, just kind of marched in there, and we were good.
Yeah, I mean, 7 worker kills of that Warp Prism with the Immortal drops, and then he just, it's like, I got the Robo-Bave to get out the Warp Prism speed, I guess I'll make Colossi. And Colossi are a really good unit in PvP.
Yeah, go figure, right? We saw that even in the GSL that we were just talking about.
The one game that got to mid-game, though.
Yeah, was it game 5?
Yeah, the very final game.
Yeah, MC had a huge stalker ball and messed it up. But anyway, going to go ahead and jump into Game 2 here as soon as we get something from Blackstripes as to what map he wants to go with.
And while we wait for that map choice, we will be going to a commercial break here, so we'll be going into Game 2 here between Blackstripes and Bales in just a minute.
I don't know, Metal Teeth, what are your predictions for Game 2 here coming up after seeing the way Bales played and understanding that he has a very good understanding of the PvP matchup?
It's going to be a one base all in.
Okay. One base
also,
all in.
Also, I'm sorry, it's PvP. That's what you do. Most matchups like TVZ, a lot of macro. PvT, very macro. PvP, it's honestly behind ZVZ.
Yeah.
I'd say PvP is the most micro-intensive matchup because there isn't much in the way of macro. Essentially, you get to 20, 22 probes, and then you're just making armies, and that's all you're making.
Right, I mean, like the entire game. But we are jumping into Game 2 right here, right now, down here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map family, a.k.a. Ohana. It is the Pink Protoss Blackstripes. And in the top left-hand position, the green Zerg player, member of Team Impulse Gaming, it is Impulse Bales.
And yeah, Bales playing very well that first game. I mean, not to say anything bad about Blackstripes, but I don't see how he can come back after that first game.
No, I mean, and that's the difference
close.
in these players. Yeah, Bales is a top Grandmaster player. Blackstripes,
he's on a...
I don't want to say just a master player.
But he's a master. He's just a master player.
Right.
And
right.
Bales, you know, Impulse... I mean, Impulse is no complexity or Quantic or anything, but Impulse is kind of one of the bigger of those mid-level teams.
Right.
Along with teams like It's Gosu, VVV, you know, those mid-level American teams.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Impulse throw more of their players into the SPGL after Bales. You know,
they
Bales
do have
kind of
more, but Impulse is one of those ones that they aren't set around a specific location. They don't have a team house like Complexity or anything, so...
Right.
I know there's a couple other Impulse players that are playing in other regionals, just Bales is the only one that's in our regional.
Oh, in our region. Sweet. Well, that's good to know, actually. And we do see the gateways being thrown down here. Pretty standard looking so far. No kind of crazy 2 gates outside your base. And what's Bales' pro doing down here? Very nice scouting, actually, by Bales. I think this is something that should be noted that separates the greatest from the best, and or from the good from the great kind of thing. Bales scouted out his natural before he went and set that probe out.
Yeah,
and that's something that gets missed by a lot of players.
There's a lot of black space here in Blackstripes' base that could have been used to do proxy. But the thing is, though, this is not a map that's good for like proxy 2 gates. There is no way that you can put a pylon, really. There's only this one space here, kind of this little crevice in the main, that you can put a pylon in the low ground and get gates on the high ground, and that's too close to the ramp that will be seen, most likely. So, I mean, some maps, like Cloud Kingdom, is really good for proxy 2 gates because there's a really good spot, but Ohana is one of those maps that proxy 2 gates are not as good. It's hard to get in base proxy 2 gates.
Right. And we do see the cybernetic score is about 75% all the way done for both players, obviously mirroring each other. IMP Bales actually not skipping the Zealot and getting the Zealot out. Well, we do see another gateway being thrown down by Blackstripes.
Yeah, and also he's getting a second gas, too. And Bales actually very nicely, I think he recognized the second gas was coming. He had that probe right at the gas. And that's not a gas steal. This was discovered about 6 months ago. If you keep a worker right on the edge of the gas can't be taken.
Yeah, it's kind of cute to actually watch because it's better than a gas steal because it doesn't cost money, and it still throws off the opponent very slightly, but slightly is enough to throw off some of these tools.
Bales has just thrown down 4 gates. He is currently on 20 probes. He is chrono boosting out that warp gate. It is a 4 gate from Bales.
Yeah, and with this ramp, it's going to be interesting to see if Blackstripe can get up. Will we see sentries out of Blackstripe? If he gets some sentries out there, maybe might have a chance. But if he doesn't, this could actually prove to be very deadly for Blackstripes.
Well, pretty much the key in this game is going to become deny the proxy pylon. This is looks like Blackstripe's kind of going a derivative of the 3 Stalker rush with a very much faster second gas. But these 3 Stalkers, if he can kill off this probe and kill off the upcoming pylons, that will stop the 4 gate. He does kill the probe, but these 2 pylons are on their way, and this initial Stalker Zealot is just delaying time for him to get these pylons up, but I think Blackstripe's going to hold this.
Yeah, it looks like he will hold another Stalker even joining the fray. 1 pylon is going to have to be canceled doesn't actually get canceled. But oh, look, that pylon will finish.
Thing is, the
So,
Warp Gate is another 40 seconds away from finishing, and
yeah,
Blackstripes.
and it looks like.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. That was Blackstripe Warp Gate that was finished yet.
Yeah, wow. So it looks like it will finish, and now IMP Bales holds the Stalker advantage. Wow, what a turn of events. He is
Now,
hard
Bales,
supply block.
Yeah, Bales is supply block. He's making pylons desperately, but he's gonna get a bit of damage here. But he can continue warping in. So if Blackstripe can kill these initial Stalkers, he will have held the 4 gate. He's sending probes. He's now behind in probe count, 19 to 17, and Bales in favor. He's pulling all the probes right now, but Bales is just kiting perfectly and picking off probes.
Yeah, Warp Gate is done for Blackstripes. Warp Gate is now undergoing. There are 2 gates here, but 2 versus 4 in terms of Warp Gates. I'm not too sure. And look at what Bales is transitioning into. We are seeing Stargate play, so this will be a heavy follow-up. Bales says, I don't even want to play this round anymore. Let's just get this over with. Another probe is out here for Bales, and will it throw down the pylon, or is he just going to go home?
It looks like he wants to go home. I mean, look at it, though. 9 worker kills from Bale. Look at the resources lost. 525 to 1150.
Yeah.
And Bales is now expanding. He can use these Stalkers to get map control. He can take the Phoenixes and keep the Protoss Blackstripe stuck in his base. Bales, that is how you do 4 gate.
Yeah, very nicely done.
4 gate is all in, but it's not. You have to win all in. It's you have to do a bit of damage on it. He significantly did damage, and here's the key though: Blackstripes is slowing down Robo.
Oh,
Bales,
wow. Not very good against
not very good against
Phoenix
Phoenixes.
play.
What I'm going to guess is going to happen is that Bales is going to get 4 to 5 Phoenixes and stop Phoenix production. He'll use them at first to kill a couple probes, and then he'll take his big Stalker force, and he will attack. He will use those Phoenixes, lift up the Immortals, lift up the Sentries, push up the ramp, and win.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad decision out of Blackstripe with his limited information that he has to go to the Robo. If you see the 4 gate, you got to think, okay, well, and then he's going to transition into Blink, and then he's going to get a lot of Stalkers.
That's actually a very good point, I'm sure, man. Bales is kind of tricking Blackstripe. He says, I'm going 4 gate, I make a lot of Stalkers, I'm going to go into Blink.
Yeah.
No, I'm going into Phoenixes.
And it's clever. It's very deceptive, and that's exactly what you need to do in StarCraft. StarCraft's a game of incomplete information, and Bales is using that to his advantage.
And we have the first two Phoenixes coming down. I don't really like Bales' decision to go with 2 Phoenixes. I would say wait till 3.
Yeah.
Because showing them allows Blackstripes to respond much quicker. But we do
have the Stalker, but probes are going to go down a little bit here.
2 probe, and gets out with no damage. And the one reason you want to show the Phoenixes earlier is you get better scouting. And now he sees, as his 3rd Phoenix links up, that Blackstripes has no expansion, has a Robo, is getting Immortals.
Yeah, and I mean, as soon as this big Stalker ball that we do see ever growing,
he's trying to lift the Sentry. He's going to get the Sentry. He loses.
Oh, he doesn't
Phoenix.
by half a second. He's going to go back and get it. There it goes. Will he lose the Phoenix? He does lose 1 Phoenix, however, and I don't know if that's going to hurt his plans here to push out at all. But look at the supply counts, Metal Teeth. Yeah. 62 to 39 in favor of Bales.
And look at the worker count. 20 for Blackstripes. He is not making any more probes. He's staying on 1 base, while Bales is now up to 34. And he's not making any more probes now, but he's getting more Phoenixes.
Yeah, he can certainly back into probe production.
Now he's pretty much just using this Phoenix as scouting information, seeing that Twilight Council going down, seeing another gate, still sees no expansion, and we have a Void Ray.
The Void Ray is going to help out a lot in the coming battle. Have that Void Ray get on that Immortal even, or maybe just focus down some of these Stalkers. Either way he wants to go with it, he's going to be just fine. I mean, Bales put himself in a very good position early on. Yeah, the Phoenixes didn't do so much damage, but the early 4K put him in a 30 supply advantage that he's held with good macro throughout the rest of the game. Blackstripe is certainly fighting from behind, and he's going to have to rely on some really good control here in this next coming battle to have a chance at winning this game.
Yeah, now there are a lot of Stalkers here. Blink has started. Bales cannot afford to lose these Phoenixes quite yet. And it looks like he's actually sacrificing them. He's not even trying. Oh, there we go. He's going to save them with... He barely saves them.
Yeah, with 50 life each. Actually, really 50 life actually was... No, 50 to 37. Oh, that would have been awesome. But the Forced Void Ray is popping. Second Void Ray is on the way. And a robotics facility of Bales' own is out. And we do have... It looks like Blackstripe wants to push out onto the map. Regain his natural a little bit here, and looks like this probe is going to come down and try to take an expansion.
Yeah, well, if you look at the army supply, it's 44 to 30 in favor of Bales. So even if Bales went to attack, he'd probably win. But
yeah,
more probes going down here in the main of Blackstripes. You know, push out to take his natural. Yeah, you just lost 2 probes because you left your main undefended.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Bales is ahead in every sense right now. Look at the supply, 95 to 47. Looking at the income tab.
Oh,
Bales'
look at the
income tab
workers. Is 43 to 16.
Yeah, I mean, and that certainly shows in that income tab. 1,200 minerals a minute for Bales, 400 a minute for Blackstripes. Blackstripes, kind of, it's one of these positions where it's unlosable as long as he doesn't throw his army away. So it's certainly Bales' game to lose right now. And as soon as I say throwing it away, 2 Phoenixes taking some pot shots from the Stalkers, but they will fly away.
Here we go. Bales is moving out with his big army.
Yeah, here comes the big attack. I mean, upgrades obviously 0-0 because this is PvP and who gets upgrades. But these 2 Void Rays are actually going to be a huge help in this battle. The Phoenixes can get in there and lift up that 1 lone immortal. And what is the Stalker count out for both of these players? 15 Stalkers for Blackstripe and 10, or now 11 for Bales.
But the thing is, though, there's a lot of Zealots out for Bales. Now, with Blink, Blackstripe should be able to minimize their damage, but honestly, Bales doesn't even need to push up. He can just contain.
Yeah, I mean, he could just sit right there on the ramp, but looks like he wants to go up anyway. Guardian
You have to
Shield
be careful because he does have mostly a big Zealot army, and those have to be close. But he's
Zealots have to be
nice
good force fields. Very nicely done.
Blink away, and actually now those force fields are hurting Bales.
Force fields are starting to hurt him now that the whole army is behind him, but the Phoenix is not doing anything, actually. This Immortal does now just get picked up, and it is going to get picked off. Void Rays and Blackstripes, GG's.
That, I'm declaring it now, Bales is the favorite for this tournament.